Hey, we got to start again, guys, because I have the music going. Hey, hey. Tap, tap, tap in. Hey, tap, tap, tap in. Hey, tap, tap, tap in. Hey, hey. Tap, tap, tap in. Hey. Hey, the sweatshirts are here, people. You see all this branding? Look at that logo. Man, come on, StreamYard. You know we're going to go off of that partnership in 2021, right? Okay, let me turn this down because my neighbors are like, why is she so ghetto on Wednesdays? But that's actually every day. Welcome, 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 you guys. It's a Black Girl Boss Chat. I'm your girl, Jules, founder and creator of Champagne and Melanin, where we create, collaborate, and celebrate the lifestyle of Black women entrepreneurs. It's episode 6. I'm so excited, guys. Episode 6, I am here with the fabulous, the wonderful, the awesome, my business creative attorney, Davon Hatchett. Girl, get that trademark right. We're going to talk about registrations, copyrights, trademarks, how to set up your business appropriately in 2021. A lot of you guys are jumping into the entrepreneurship game. You don't have your structures together. And everyone knows one of my favorite stories 2 years ago when I started Champagne and Melanin. The first thing I did was invest my coins in my sunk cost, and that was getting my trademark. And thank God I did, because some of you have tried it, and me and my attorney, we be waiting for y'all. Like, let me find out. There's an ampersand with Champagne and Melanin. Oh, we want to send a cease and desist so bad. You have no idea. We're ready for the cease and desist. So, girl, get your trademark right is the theme for today. So, as you know, it's Black History Month coming up. I'm super excited. I haven't talked to you guys in a couple of weeks. So, Happy New Year. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me check the chat real quick. Let me see where we are on the chat, guys. You know, I love to jump into the comments. Let me see who all's here. Okay, I see people tapping in. No one so far, but that's cool because we're streaming on YouTube. We're streaming on Champagne and Melanin, and we're streaming on a new one. I added the Periscope on Twitter, so I'm super excited about that. So as you know, if you don't tune in live, that's completely fine because these episodes live on the Champagne and Melanin YouTube channel. So we are building that content. I'm learning how to top up that content for Instagram, for Facebook, and for everywhere else. So I'm super excited, and I might have some big news for you guys with a partner pretty soon. I can't talk about it. Can't talk about it yet, but it's going to be fabulous. So, super excited about that. So welcome to a Black Girl Boss Chat. This is my weekly series. Yes, and I'll be doing it every Wednesday on Women Crush It Wednesday, talking to an amazing Black girl, entrepreneur, influencer, societal success, someone that is doing something big, someone that's a part of the Champagne and Melanin brand, and someone that can bring some amazing information to the table. So shout out to my favorite platform right now, StreamYard. You guys know I love a StreamYard. And guess what? I have decided to put together one of my pop-up products. So what's a pop-up product? One of my small products that helps you get from A to Z. I'm going to teach you how to set up your StreamYard empire in 15 minutes. That's all it takes, guys. 15 minutes and you can be streaming everywhere for a dope price. So you guys already know I'm going to engage StreamYard this year as one of our marketing partners. You know, I love it. I live it. I breathe it. I think it's absolutely fabulous. And especially it's the seamless quality of the broadcast, but it's so easy also to bring your guests and your clients in. So as usual, I have on the paraphernalia. As you know, the sweatshirts are here. So here's the black Champagne and Melanin. Look, check it out, guys. Yes, Champagne and Melanin. It's fabulous, huh? These are the softest. Give me a hug sweaters. They are Bella Canvas, straight out of LA. I have small, medium, large, XL, double XL, triple XL. And yes, these are unisex. So fellas, you can get the sweatshirts too. Not so much with the t-shirts, unless that's just your jam, and you know, no judgment. Anyway, I also have the mug. Today we are doing Wi-Fi lashes, projects, and headscarves because you guys, I swear to God, January has come and it has gone. What's going on? It's like the end of January and I'm still looking at my to-do list from last year and this year. Like, I need a break. So I'm taking one. Yes, tomorrow I'm out of here, 5 days. I'm going to some sun, some sand, some heat. Yes, I am going to Miami. We were going to Mexico. And then we got like some type of travel alert from our travel person, not only regarding COVID, but listen, they were like, hey, you can leave the country. We don't know if you can come back in. I was like, okay, Miami it is. And then I found out Southwest now flies directly to Miami. You don't have to do that Fort Lauderdale hop. I'm the wrong person. They should have never told me that, because I swear to God, I'm going to wake up Thursday and Friday, Wednesday mornings. If I see a flight for $49, I'm out of here, working from the beach, out of the office, in the office, but on the beach. So 5 days in Miami. It's my first vacation since 2019. I'm super excited. I'm super overdue for this vacation. So what are some of the travel tips that you guys have regarding COVID and what I need to do? Because I intend to have no room service. I'm bringing my own fresh set of sheets. Thank you, Target bed in a bag. Double hand sanitizer. I'm bringing all of my custom masks, but I'm also bringing the medical mask to line the mask to wear underneath it. And I have one of those cool face shields. So I'm doing double mask and a face shield. I am not playing. I even have my iPod, my earplugs from I Love that I got from on my Amazon store for like $29. These are the best Bluetooth earphones ever. So I figure every point of entry that I can cover, that should help. But, outside of prayer, elderberry, and being relatively healthy, listen, I am not playing with COVID, but I need this vacation, y'all. I need this vacation or I'm going to punch someone in the face. So you guys drop that in the comments and tell me, if you have traveled for COVID, what did you do? What do you recommend? And outside of just hand sanitizer and double and triple masking, how else can I stay safe? I'm just going to really implement exactly what I've been doing here in Houston. Staying away from everybody and staying outside and not being in confined spaces too long at all. Like zipping and zooing. And luckily, because majority of Miami is outside, I'm feeling pretty positive about this. The only thing I'm kind of intrepid about is the plane ride there and back. So, I'm going to be looking at people, not eating any breakfast, not eating any lunch. I want my bladder completely empty. There will be no getting up, no moving around, no nothing. So swollen ankles it is, no circulation. So I'm excited to be out of the office. Of course, I will be officing from Miami. So you guys will see me, but you won't see me here. I need to change the scenery so bad. I'm super excited. So let's jump into the church announcements. How do you guys feel about a certain person that is no longer occupying, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue with all the stuff that's been going on? I, for one, kind of feel very easy breezy, free color. I feel like I can breathe. But then I turn around and it's like, okay, we got COVID, unemployment, Black middle class, women, again, going down in venture capital. It's like almost like we trade one thing for another. It's like we just can't take a break. So how you guys feeling though? Do you feel better? Do you feel worse? Do you feel in the middle of the road, just focusing on your money? Drop that in the comments and let me know how you guys feel now that we have a whole new president. And of course, shout outs. The Jamaican is in the building. We reach Vice President Kamala Harris, first female Vice President of the United States, first African-American Vice President, female of the United States, first West Indian Afro-Caribbean Vice President female of the United States, and first Indo-Asian Vice President of the United States. And so many people have asked me, Julie, how many cultures are in Jamaica? I'm like, for us, this is very normal. I mean, we have Chinese Jamaicans, Indian Jamaicans. If you've ever done a cruise and pulled into the port at Montego Bay, you do know the whole Shoppers Row. When you go into the shops, majority of them are Chinese, Black, and Indian owned, and those are pure Jamaicans from the island. So, we have Black from slavery, but then we have Indian, Chinese, and Asian from the tea and sugar trade. And then we have indentured servants. We've had white presidents, the Manley family. So where I'm from in Jamaica, this is very normal for us. And I cannot wait till America gets to the point where they're not so black and white. You're either black or you're either not white or you're nothing. Where I'm from, it's like you're a Jamaican, period. Then we figure out what color you are, what ethnicity you're from. You're Chinese Jamaican, Indian Jamaican, white Jamaican. It don't matter. You're Jamaican. Over here, they just want you to be black. So this whole flummox about trying to categorize who Kamala Harris is. She black, blood clot rocks, and pick the award. But she's an Indian, Afro-Caribbean, Indian Jamaican. Yeah, she's all of those things. But she's still a black person, but we recognize her ethnicity. It's nothing for us. Only over here are people losing their minds in the turmoil. But don't worry about it. All you have to worry about is that Kamala Harris is your vice president. So bless up Kamala Harris one time. Everybody toast for Kamala because we're super excited about that. So, church announcements, super quick. Let me jump into my favorite. You guys know when I start looking to the right, I'm looking at all my banners. So, let's do the announcements. Welcome to a Black Girl Boss Chat. You are here. I'm going to take off the ticket and show you guys the cool stuff you can do. So, we're going to do it like this. Boom. And we're going to show it. Awesome. Welcome to a Black Girl Boss Chat with attorney Davon D.E. Robinson. Girl, get your trademark right and your copyright and everything else inside of your business. We're going to be talking about that for about a good 45 minutes to an hour because you guys need some help. And I probably need to re-up my game also. As always, follow us on Instagram. Give us a follow at Champagne and Melanin. We'd love to have a follow. You know, that's where all the magic happens. Drop into the link tree, join the mailing list, join my class, my groups, everything else that we have going on. I'm sorry, guys. I have a little bit of a head cold. It's one of these weird summer colds, so you got to excuse me. Make sure you also follow Davon D.E. Hatchet when she comes up. Her name will stay up here, but just, you know, in case you want to follow her now, follow her quickly. And then also don't forget, shop the merchandise. Here is one of the products. Here's another one of the products. You know, I love my merchandise. I'm going to start wearing it way more often. I got some good tea the other day. You know, I got to wear my brand. I got to be the brand. Guys, there's just been so much going on. If I turn the laptop to the right, over here, you would see that my house is, the corner of my loft is now a warehouse. So I have sweatshirts, I have t-shirts, I have a rolling rack. The only reason I don't have the mugs is because the mugs and everything else are all drop shipping. But the software stuff is all here with me. So I'm one of those girls now. People are one of those girls. So I run it to the USPS store. I'm hand packaging stuff. It's been absolutely amazing, and I love it because I love to touch my brand. So please shop the merchandise. Definitely go to my Shopify store, send us some support and everything else. And now that COVID has calmed down a little bit, I know the mailings are going out super quick, so I'm super excited about that. And when you take a picture or a video with the merchandise, I will take that information from you. I will run you in the feed and I will tag your business. So send me those awesome customer photos of you wearing the merchandise, using the merchandise. I absolutely love it. So you're currently in the Facebook group. Make sure you follow our Facebook page, like and love our business page. It's also the hub where I do a lot of stuff. And also, if you have a question about a partnership, if you want to get on the email list, DM me your email or go to the link tree, click the bio, send me your email address, or email me if you have a question about anything regarding Champagne and Melanin. Maybe you want to collab on the brunch we have coming up in April. You want to collab on sponsorships, or you know someone that would be amazing for a Black Girl Boss Chat. So just let me know. And after that, don't forget Clubhouse. Yes, we're going to jump into Clubhouse and everything else. So before we talk to Davon, as you guys know, I'm a PR person. Yes, I'm a publicist in my other life. So you can go to Julie O. Griffith. Visit my website, learn everything about me, public relations, PR, representation, and everything else. But I have been having some amazing journeys on Clubhouse, guys. It's been absolutely unbelievable, from not only landing clients to building my brand, the Champagne and Melanin brand and the Julie O. Griffith brand. As many of you guys know, if you've been watching the series, I'm coming out from behind, coming out of the closet per se, the PR closet. So going from representing my clients and being the grease in the wheel to actually being the wheel. So this is all very new for me, but people seem to really like it when I engage, and I'm actually loving video. I'm not shy. I'm not any of those things. Oh, you guys, I'm sorry. I got to put this thing on Do Not Disturb. You know, that is my bad, my housekeeping. Do not disturb. So I'm not shy. I love being on video. I love being on camera. The goal now is to find the time to do it. So it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of energy, but I absolutely love it when I engage, much like this series, A Black Girl Boss Chat. So follow me on Clubhouse, follow my personal on Instagram. Definitely keep up with me on the PR and publicist side. I have some amazing things that are going on, some collaborations, all type of stuff. I'm super excited, super excited to bring you all of this stuff this year because it's foot on gas, foot on next. We're not resting on our laurels. You know, January has come and gone. You know, it's the 27th day. I'm horrible at math. So whatever 365 minus 27 is, that's how much time we have left to get this year popping. So I'm working backward from my birthday. And you guys know my birthday is in December. So I'm working backward. I'm not, oh, the spring and the summer. No, we're working backward. So what are you doing to get ready for the winter time? That's the mentality we have right now. So follow me on Clubhouse and follow me on Instagram. And then we'll do that. And last piece of housekeeping, make sure you book a consultation call with me. Don't let the year start getting into Q1 and Q2, and then you finally decide you want to do something with your business. So your 15-minute consultation, make sure you book that with me. If you need a little bit more coaching, book a 1-hour consult with me also. I'd love to chat with you guys about social media, marketing, branding, PR, entrepreneurship, business strategy, just anything that you need to do with your brand. So I'm looking forward to that. So it is 11:15. Woo! I have got this down pat, guys. We've done church announcements. We've done what's going on in society. We've done all the announcements. I'm really getting good at this. I'm very excited. Thank you, StreamYard. Yes, I'm going to be calling you guys for a partnership. Don't worry about it. I am excited to go back up to the top here. And we are going to welcome my girl, my business attorney. Welcome to a Black Girl Boss Chat, episode 6 with Davon D.E. Robinson, ESQ. Yes, she's a real life business attorney. She's my business attorney. Just take my money, please. She steers me right. I never had no problems. So one of the best things I ever did, guys, was trademark champagne and melanin when I started this thing. This has been 2 years in the making. I trademarked it when I knew I was going to go public, and I swear to God, it's the best thing I ever did, especially someone that thought I could go on LegalZoom and do stuff myself. No, there's an art, there's a science to this. There's a science in registration and copyright. There's a science to even how you structure your business, whether you start as a sole proprietor, if you want to move to an S Corp or LLC, all that good information. And that's what Davon is here to do. So we're going to bring her in, get your notepads ready, grab a drink, grab some coffee, grab some orange juice, because we got about a good 45 minutes to an hour of a great conversation. Girl, get your copyright and your trademark together. So here we go. As you know, when I start looking down, I'm doing something with StreamYard. So I'm bringing her in right now. She'll be on camera in 3 seconds. So 3, 2, 1, and here comes Davon. Hi, Lady.
Hello there. How are you?
I love that background. I cannot wait for February because I am actually switching from the grateful background.
Yes.
Trusty, everyone knows the trusty whiteboard. I'm actually helping read some feng shui over the holiday. I'm actually moving to the other side of the living room where it has my amazing bookcase from a high fashion home, all of my books and Tom Ford and all that funky stuff that you see now, the newscasters are doing.
Exactly.
So when you see me for the Black History Month series, it's going to look completely different. And I'm very excited.
I can't wait.
It's sexy town. It is sexy town. It really is. It's sexy town. So tell the people who you are. Tell them about yourself. First of all, cheers. Happy Women Crushing Wednesday.
Cheers.
Cheers. Let's go to the camera.
Cheers.
Yes.
Clink, clink.
Clink, clink, my dear. And what you guys don't know about Davon is that she is a connoisseur of fine wines, specifically champagne and wine. So when we get through the business stuff, I want her to talk about that also, because I want you guys to follow her, all her business ventures. This is business ventures for everyone, right, Davon?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So I'm going to mute myself, which you know is kind of hard to do. And I want you to talk to the people, tell them who you are, what you do, and how you started your journey as an amazing business creative attorney. And I want you to also touch on your time at the USPTO or whatever it is.
Yes, that's it. Okay, so hello again, everybody. My name is Davon Hatchett Robinson. I am a trademarks and business and branding attorney. I used to work at the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office as a trademarks examining attorney, so I got all of my training about the importance of trademarks and how to strategically register trademarks, how to manage trademark portfolios, all that good stuff. All of that good stuff I learned there, and so now I'm bringing that over to you. Now that I've left the Patent and Trademark Office, I'm bringing that over to you, the amazing, fabulous, beautiful businesswoman. So my biggest kind of mission, I guess you could call it, in terms of being a trademark examining attorney, is that I want to educate as many people as possible, especially my Black women entrepreneurs, teach you how to not only protect your intellectual property, but how to harness it and how to leverage it so that you can continue to pursue your passion, your purpose, and ultimately profit, right? So my thing is I like to educate people so that they can make good business decisions for themselves as they're moving forward with their business, as they're moving forward with scaling and growing and shifting and pivoting and all those good things. So that's kind of like a general premise about me.
Awesome. I love it. And what I love that you said you want to bring that energy, especially to Black women entrepreneurs now that are like growing by leaps and bounds. As you know, we're the fastest growing segment in the US or small owned business, but we're also the ones that have a habit of having to come back and reinvent the wheel and do stuff the right way because we're so excited about getting set up.
Yes.
So since this is girl, get your trademark right. Walk us through the journey of how you decided to start really focusing on trademarks. What was that business idea that came to you? And then maybe walk us through, the 3 to 4 to 5 steps that you need to start getting your trademark set up.
Got it. So it's really kind of an interesting story, at least interesting to me, and I hope you all find it a little bit interesting too.
Listen, we love it, girl. Just talk. This is a safe space.
In law school, I was kind of trying to figure out what I loved, what I liked, what I was going to do, what area of practice I was going to go into. And so I started exploring that through electives. One of the electives that I took was an intellectual property class. And I loved it so much, I ended up getting the highest grade in that class. So I was the top person in that class. And at that point, I was like, okay, let me start looking to see how I can create space for myself career-wise in intellectual property. And one of the interesting things is that it will come as no surprise to anyone that African Americans are, I think there's 7% of us are lawyers out of all the lawyers and all the lands of the U.S. And I think of that 7%, I believe it's 2% work in intellectual property. So it's a super, super small area of law. And so I really didn't have anyone to go to and say, I want to do trademark law. What do I do? How do I need to do it? And so I ended up working or applying to work at the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. I was one of 13 people selected for the class out of 2,000 plus applicants. So I would feel very fortunate and blessed to have been able to have that experience, to see everything on the back end. The turning point for me when I realized that I think I want to do this on the other side of the proverbial desk to help people in their business is when I got a phone call from a gentleman one day whose file I actually inherited from a trademark attorney who had left the trademark office. Mm-hmm. So I inherited his file. He calls me, he asks me, what can I do about trying to reinstate my trademark? So just a little snippet there, a little background. So during the first 10 years of your life, of the life of your trademark, between years 5 and 6, you have to kind of re-up it. You have to reprove that you are still using it. And part of the reason they do that is to try to combat against fraud. Somebody who's just filing a trademark and trying to keep somebody else from using it and they're not really using it. Or when businesses, are no longer functioning or in existence, they want to, see and make sure that those companies, if they're no longer in existence, then they release that trademark, so to speak, for someone else to be able to possibly use it. So at the 5 to 6 year mark, you have to reestablish your ownership and your use of the trademark. He did that. So then at year 10, you're supposed to do it again. So the first 10 years between year 5 and 6, and then at year 10, then after that, it's every 10 years after. So he made the mistake of forgetting at year 10. So you have a little bit of a grace period where they will say, hey, don't forget to register your mark. But I'm sure, like many of us, he was probably running his business and it slipped his mind and he forgot. And then someone, after a certain point, if you don't re-up, if you don't reprove your use, they will abandon your trademark, which means you lose it. So you either have to reapply for it or try to reinstate it or whatever. The problem was he lapsed it so long that it became abandoned, and then somebody else came in and applied for it.
Oh my God.
And sent him a cease and desist from using it.
So time out. So hold on. So what you're saying is it lapsed. Someone brought his business, his trademark, and then they said, no, you can't use that. Your own business, trade, whatever that you built, we're going to stop you.
Yes.
Wow. So more story, ladies, don't let your trademark lapse.
Don't do it. If you're going to go.
Oh my God. Let me check how long ago you and I worked together. Now I'm paranoid.
You're good. You're good. Trust me, I have your back on that. You're good.
Ooh,
but what changed it for me is that I couldn't give him legal advice because I'm not his attorney. I work for the government.
Yeah.
But what was the kind of pivotal moment for me was that I couldn't get him to understand how to try to fix it. It's kind of a complex. I call it deceptively simple with trademarks because the world at large, the other large scale registration companies out there will have you thinking that it's super simple, but it's deceptively simple. But deceptively simple because there are so many laws and regulations and statutes that go into it that you can easily make a mistake. You can not understand. He started crying on the phone with me, like bawling. This grown man was bawling because he's like, I've been in business for 13 years. I can't believe this. I have to start over. They're telling me, I have to stop using my business name. What am I going to do? And so the only thing I could tell him is, sir, short of hiring an attorney to see if they can help you sort it out, there's nothing that I can do as an attorney for the government. I mean, it is what it is.
So then that spurred you to be like, you know what? I'm going to hang up my own shingle for people
Yes.
like this and other people that are going, these simple little things that you have this amazing intellectual knowledge of that we don't. Who knew something is such as simple as a missed date could screw up your whole business? So that's when you started your business.
Exactly. That's it. And so that became kind of my flashpoint. It's like, I need to educate more people. And especially, I have a special affinity for African-American women entrepreneurs, not just because I'm one myself, but because we have the most creativity and we are manipulated for that the most. We get to capitalize on it the least. And so I wanted to try to do my part to kind of shift that tide so that we could start owning and controlling our own genius, our own, intellectual property, our own ideas, brands, businesses, and then leverage it for our own benefit instead of having someone else leverage it and benefit from it. Yeah.
I love that. I love that thought, guys. So, definitely summarizing what Davon is saying. I mean, you have to own your own. And that doesn't mean a business on Instagram with a Cash App account. No, if you're going to get into business, you have to think long term. And it's like Davon said, she put me in categories, which she's going to get into for the trademark, stuff that I didn't even think about, like merchandise and food and pet care. I'm like, I don't like cats, but I do like dogs. So, Champagne and Melanin, if I ever decide to do a pet care line, my girl had me covered, just kick the can down the road. So definitely, that brings me to the story of, tell me the basics of what a trademark is and kind of walk me through the steps. How would I contact you and get started on getting my trademark done for my business? And more importantly, how does my business need to be structured to even, am I a trademark client? Am I even there yet?
Yes. So let's first talk about what a trademark is, because I think it's important for people to understand that. So there are 3 types of intellectual property. You've got patents, you've got copyrights, and you've got trademarks. And so my kind of unique proprietary way of breaking that down is this. So intellectual property is all about ideas. So what copyrights do is that they protect the expression of your idea that's in a fixed format or in a tangible format. So that's why copyrights cover songwriting, music, lyrics, artwork, books, all of those things. So I have this idea of, I want to write a book about yellow cats that rule the world and dogs are banished, whatever my idea is.
Girl, so, what were you dreaming about last night?
Listen, we don't want to talk about my dreams because those things go way off the meter, okay?
But I'm like, where are we going with this, sis? Let's talk offline. Okay, continue.
So if that's my idea for my book, then how my mind creates that story is my proprietary, unique creation. So I fix it in a fixed format. I write it, I publish it, get it published. So that becomes copyrightable material because I've now taken this idea from my head and put it in written fixed form. Okay. For patents are your idea for an invention, and what is protected are the proprietary processes that create that idea or that invention. So I can't just protect an idea by itself. The idea has to have something else to it. So I have this idea and I put it in fixed format in my own unique way. I can copyright and protect that. I have this idea. I want to create an invention. The processes that are unique and novel, I can protect those because that's my, unique creative idea of how to make this work. Trademarks are an idea I have for a business and how I want to connect my particular goods and services to the name or source identification of that business. So trademarks cover business names, slogans, taglines, logos, and to some degree, even though it's difficult, you can also have a sound as a trademark, and you can have a color as a trademark. Now, those two things are very difficult to obtain. Some people may have seen that whole play out in the fashion world with Louboutin and the Red Soul.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's difficult to do, but it can be done because John Deere, the green tractor company, they actually won their case and their color green is trademarked, and they were able to prevent someone else from using that green for farming equipment. But anything that you use to indicate as a source for your particular goods and services is a trademark. So you'll see when somebody's kind of talking about trademarks on kind of a legal high level, they'll say source indicia. So it's like the indicator of what the source is. And so trademarks are unique from copyrights and patents in that it is the only type of intellectual property that requires you to be in commerce, in business. So I can write a book and put it in a fixed format and copyright it and never sell it. I can create an invention and patent it and never sell it. But in trademarking, you must be selling something. There must be commerce. There must be an exchange, of goods and services for something of value.
Okay.
So
I can't just have a business and start talking about, oh, I have a trademark if I'm not actually showing an exchange, and it's a monetary exchange, not a barter. It has to be a purchase exchange.
It has to be. And I mean, you could technically say barter, but it would be hard to prove that. It'd be hard to prove that because what the Patent and Trademark Office requires is a proof of use. So they want to see definitive evidence that you are using what you're applying for as your trademark in connection with the goods and services you list on that application, and that people can buy it and sell it in whatever at ease. And so those are the things they're going to be looking for. And if you don't have that clear, definitive proof, they will refuse your trademark application, and they do not give refunds on applications.
Oh my God. Listen, guys, it's a lot of money. If you don't go with an attorney, listen, it's a lot of money to not get that refund. You will be hostile. Trust me.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So I saw you touched on copyright and registration. So let me ask you a question. I see a lot of people out there, oh, that's my slang or that's my terms. I put those words together or whatnot. You copying me. What is copyright, the copyright symbol and the R registration symbol? Go over those and let's put a difference with that.
So let's talk about copyrights really quickly. Let me take a sip of water real quick.
Yes, absolutely. Let's take a sip.
So copyrights are interesting and unique in that the moment that I create something and put it in a fixed, tangible form, it automatically has copyright. Okay. When the reason that you want to register something for copyright is that it enables you to get damages. So if I have, a book and you've plagiarized my book and it's registered, then, I can get thousands of dollars or whatever the determined amount of damages are. And I can get something that's called treble damages, which means I can get multiple. So say, for instance, somebody has a copyright infringement case and with me, and the damages are determined to be $10,000. Well, what treble damages does, it says, okay, we're going to give you this $10,000, but then we're going to double that or triple that for punitive kind of damages, because this was registered. The person, all they needed to do was their due diligence, look it up in the database to see that it was copywritten. Copyrighted, that it was copyrighted.
It's okay. We'll take it.
And yeah, it's copyrighted, and that, so there's like a punitive damage there for almost like being intentional in your infringement, because it's like you should have known better. You know better.
Yeah, you knew that name was Nike. Nicki Minaj. You knew it was Adidas. Stop it.
So if you're talking about trying to copyright a slogan, it gets difficult, because slogans are really used for trademarking, not for copywriting. So if I say something, then I have to put it in fixed format somewhere. So if I say, Kamala Harris is the bee's knees, and that's what I say every time that I end a video. Let's say that I say that every time I end a video. If that becomes kind of my saying, then I really need to create, for instance, maybe like a poster, that says Kamala Harris is the bee's knees, or I create piece of artwork, Kamala Harris is the bee's knees, so that it can be copyrighted. I don't know why I'm having that problem today. So that it can be copyrighted. So it gets kind of murky, because I think sometimes it's like a interesting two-sided coin problem. So the one problem that I have with people is that they don't give enough credence and value to their ideas. They think, oh, it's not a big deal. Nobody will care about this. I'm not going to copyright it. I'm not going to trademark it. No one will care, until someone sees it and is like, oh, that's a good idea. Let me copyright it or trademark it. And then you're
exactly.
The other flip side of that is that people will assign value to something in a way that it shouldn't have value assigned to it at all. So if I'm saying something all the time, I can't make other people not say it. I can't make you not say it. If I trademark something, I can make you not say it to try to identify it with your goods and services. If I put it in fixed form and have a poster, then I have certain rights to keep you from creating another poster that says it. But it gets kind of murky. And so people don't necessarily fully understand how all of that works.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm big on trying to educate people, so that okay, this I need to value, this I don't really need to worry about. Who cares if somebody is saying my saying all the time?
Yeah.
What was that movie? The Cuba Gooding Jr. and Tom Cruise movie.
Oh, Show Me the Money.
Show Me the Money. Right.
Yeah, Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, everybody was going around saying, show me the money, but, nobody's going to make people stop saying that, because why?
Yeah.
It's not harming me as the person who has copyright over the script of that movie if someone is saying, show me the money. Does that make sense?
It totally makes sense.
Okay.
And it's like, you can't say, oh, well, it's trademarked or it's mine. Are you sure it's yours? Because you might even start putting everything in the wrong category, and then it's a big old mess. So moral of the story, ladies, hire a damn attorney. Okay? This is all Greek to me, and I happen every day in marketing for mice, and I'm still writing stuff down. As if we don't talk all the time. I'm still learning stuff, guys. So, for the love of God, hire an attorney. If you want to get into trademark, copywriting, and registration, this is not the time to hook boogie your business. This is the time to spend your coins.
Yes.
Find a Black woman, aka Davon, D.E. Robinson, ESQ, hire her. So
exactly. And at minimum, book a consultation. Pay that money and book a consultation with someone who knows what they're talking about with the trademarks, and get some feedback, some counsel, advice on what you need to look at, what you might need to do. At least do that, because people think they can get on YouTube and learn how to do everything. And
girl, people think they can get on Clubhouse and just listen and take notes. I'd be like, I can do that. I'd be like, oh, you can't. Yes, don't get on Clubhouse, guys, and become a trademark god.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that. You can't get snippets and bits and pieces. The consultation is where the money is.
Yeah.
Right, Yvonne?
Absolutely. There's a reason, and I tell this to people from time to time in a consultation when they're trying to figure out what to do. I say there's a reason that I spent 13 weeks in training at the Patent and Trademark Office before I could touch a single application, because there were that many nuances, that many things that I needed to learn about what constitutes a viable application, what I should be looking for that makes an application have reason to fail, and the same analysis, the same training that they gave me is the same analysis that current trademark attorneys are using that work at the Patent and Trademark Office when they're looking at that application. So I'm able to kind of counsel and strategize with my clients and say, okay, let's see what potential problems a trademark examining attorney might have, and let's address them up front before we apply, so that hopefully when we go through the process, we have smooth sailing.
Absolutely. I love it. And that's exactly what I think a lot more women are doing now. They're understanding, even from setting up their business structure, whether it's sole proprietor, S Corp, LLC, a lot of this stuff is hard to hook, boogie, and muddle through and do yourself. And this is one of the areas, ladies, where, that sunk cost, and it's going to be critical to spend this money up front and set yourself up for success for future on the back end. So that's just been my experience. So give me your top 3 for 2021. I'm being mindful of time. Your top 3 for 2021 under trademarking or business. Like, what do women need to look out for? And what would you say, okay, start here, and this is where you're going to go?
Okay, so one of the things that I say over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and my clients and potential clients here, and they probably are just like, I say it so much that they probably are dreaming about me in their sleep and slapping me in my sleep because I say it so often. You cannot control what you don't own. So if you don't own your brand, if you don't own your business, and by owning your brand, I mean, if you don't have that brand story down, that brand recognition, that brand acknowledgement, if you don't have that down, if you don't have that trademark, if you don't have that sole proprietorship, if you don't have that URL and those social media handles that have the names of whatever your company or business is, you can't control it. So if you have all of those things together, it helps to create a brand that you can scale and grow. Feeding off that, number 2, branding and trademarks are intertwined forever and ever, amen. Because like I said before, your trademark is a source indicator of your goods and services. So the more you build your brand, the more brand awareness you create, the stronger your trademark becomes. And the stronger your trademark becomes, the more you are able to freely expand your brand because you have that recognition. One of the easiest examples there is McDonald's. McDonald's has restaurant services and retail services and franchising and clothing and food and all of these things. And so it's hard for people to have McDonald's as part of the name of their trademark, because the immediate recognition or thought for the consumer would be, I wonder if that's connected to McDonald's. And if the goods and services are close enough that the average consumer might assume could be McDonald's, then the Patent and Trademark Office is not going to let you have it.
Exactly. The classic Coming to America tale.
Exactly.
McDonald's. Bruh.
Absolutely.
You knew. No, girl.
Exactly.
So everybody that's listening, if you ever think that you might be adjacent to someone else's brand, there might be some confusion. If you've never seen Coming to America, the original, please rent the movie. I'm so old school. Please read it on your download. I'm sure number 1 will be coming out when they drop number 2, so you can get up to speed and look at the classic scenes between McDonald's and McDowell's.
Exactly.
We have the Big Muck. No, this is not working, and that will basically solidify everything you need to know. If you know you're infringing on someone else's brand, their trademark, you know you a little too adjacent.
That's it. And who wants to spend money on, litigating your brand when you could be spending that money on building your brand?
Exactly, because litigation is what?
Hella expensive.
Hella expensive. And what's the point? And once you get into it, ladies, whether you're on the front end when you had to sue someone or whether you're on the back end and you're getting sued, it is hard to get out of. That
It,
affects your business credit. It affects your time, your personal journey. I know a lot of Black women are sole proprietor and LLC, so that means all your personal assets are up for grabs.
mhm.
So don't get sued. Watch Coming to America.
Don't get sued, and then don't have reason to sue someone else. When what I mean by that is it's a lot less expensive to go ahead and pay for registration of your trademark than it is to litigate to make someone stop using it, after the fact. It's so much more expensive and it takes so much time. I have gone through a case before the Trademark Trial and Appeal Board, which is called the TTAB. It's not fun, y'all. It's
Um,
not fun. I'm saying it's not fun for the client, and it wasn't even fun for me because it was like, ooh, this is really bad. And those things can go on forever sometimes. These cases can go on a year or more. And just think about having your business in limbo for a year, because you're trying to prove that you were using the trademark first and the other person doesn't deserve to be able to use it. And so now you got it. It's just too much. Just too much.
That's a
Just
lot going on, especially when you want to be doing your Instagram stories and being fabulous and stuff. But you messed around with someone's trademark, and now that ass is getting sued. So
exactly.
you better listen to my girl Davon D.E. Robinson. You better listen to the girl. So
Absolutely. And
what is one last piece of advice just
yeah.
regarding because I wanted to ask you a little bit about business structure. So let's finish trademark. What is
Okay.
one just magical piece of advice that you would give all women entrepreneurs that are thinking about, listen, I've got my brand together, got my website. There's some things I want to do down the road with products and merchandise, categories. I'm not quite sure where to start. Do I need a trademark? What would
Yes.
you tell them?
If you are creating something, if you are trying to build something that you want to scale, grow, if you're doing anything that's, you consider this is your legacy work, if you're doing something that is really smart and edgy and, could potentially go viral, all of those things, any of those things, you want to start looking at trademarking it and protecting it. And here's the awesome thing about trademarking, and we didn't touch on, and let me touch on it really quickly. Didn't mention it earlier, but there are 45 international classes of goods and services that you can apply for. And so the good thing about it is once you apply for your trademark, and let's say you apply for a trademark for class 25, which is clothing, and then for some reason, and this is just how my brain works, but say for instance, for some reason down the line, you want to create a line of chemical solvents in class 3. What that does is having that first trademark and that first classification gives you the ability to build a trademark portfolio and expand your brand protection. But you got to get started with that first. If you think you're gonna expand products or services, eventually, or do something, bigger, you want to have that protected because again, I have been through a rebrand with a client before, and it's tough.
It
It's
is.
really tough.
It
It's
is.
tough.
That's why, I mean, everyone knows Davon, when I write champagne and melanin, I put trademark on there. All of those the logos that I use for everything, whether it's the crown symbol right here, even on the right here, guys, champagne and melanin. Let me stand up so y'all can see this. See that? Trademark.
Exactly.
We do not
Exactly.
play over here because I have the crown symbol, which is like, for me, Target. And then I
Hmm.
have the entire, fonted one, but all of them are trademarked. So it's
Yeah.
important once you get it, ladies, to blast it to the world. People need to know that you are not McDowell's or McDonald's. You are not to be tried.
Yeah.
Try me if you want to, because what we want to do is send a cease and desist. Oh, we come away.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
make
And
sure.
that's another thing too, as far, one of the things I see, you were talking about Clubhouse earlier, which I love Clubhouse. I see a lot of rooms popping up about venture capital investing or, angel investing or pitching, all of those things. you come across as a more um, vested, more confident business person when you have all those elements of your brand unlocked, including your trademark. So it shows whoever's trying to possibly invest or whoever you're trying to pitch to, I'm serious about my business. I've invested in my business to the point that I, went through the process to make sure it was trademarked. So, that's one of the things they're looking for. They're looking to see, where is this person in terms of how they feel about their business and how they value it. So,
absolutely, guys. And just to piggyback, on what Davon is saying, I have not told her or anyone else. Well, I told one person, but at 6 p.m. Central today, this is so amazing that you said that. That's why we are always on the same page. I have a massive meeting. Yes, guys, it's not StreamYard because you can tell StreamYard. But I have a massive meeting with a major beauty retailer. I'm not going to say who it is.
Oh, wow.
It's called Champagne and Melanin. They found me on LinkedIn. They found me, and it speaks to what Davon said, because I have my shit together with this brand. I have not played. I have not deviated. I am a micro influencer, and I want to stay that way. I have a meeting at 6 o'clock today that might be a 2021 game changer for us. So the cat's on the bag.
Oh, I love it.
Good, I'll let you know. If the news isn't good, I'm gonna still let you guys know anyway, because you gotta see the journey. It is not the wins, it's the journey and the losses. So
exactly.
What Davon says, I think a part of the reason why I was able to get this call done within 7 hours of a flurry of emails is because they did research me, and they did see not only is she consistent, but she really has her shit together. She didn't make this brand during COVID like, oh, I'm just gonna slap something together. No, it's being consistent, paid by numbers, trademark, merchandise, product, newsletter, blog, Black Girl Boss Chat, everything that I can do to give back to my Black women entrepreneurs, just like Davon does. So thank you for that, Davon.
Absolutely. I'm so excited for you.
Me too. I hope I have good news. And even if I don't have good news, the good news is I was even on the radar. So I'm definitely going to talk about what you need to do to even just get on the radar.
To get on the radar. Absolutely.
Closed mouths do not get fed.
Absolutely.
So absolutely. So just give one other gem. I mean, it's 11:52, so we are almost there on time. And I said I was going to stick to an hour.
Okay.
I'll just keep going. So give us some business gems for 2021 that you see for Black women entrepreneurs just across all industries. What is some advice that you can give as someone that has had her own firm for plus 10 years now?
Yeah, so absolutely. So of course we heard a lot of pivot, talk about pivoting. And I'm all for the pivot, but I want to encourage people to look beyond the pivot and look at reinvention. What have I learned in this last year, in 2020, that I can do some reinvention in my business? Do I still need to do this same service the same way I've been doing it for the last 5 years, or do I need to tweak it? Are there things that I need to do to kind of reinvent how I deliver services? Really think about giving a breath of new, fresh life to your business. And that's why I like to say reinvention instead of pivot, because to me, pivot is like, oh, something happened, I'm gonna just make this quick pivot and turn so I can stay afloat, which is cool. And you need to do that. But once you've got your pivot down, then let's reinvent so that I can begin to take what I did with the pivot and build from there. So that's kind of the thing that I want people to really, really look at. And then one of my other things is one of the things I say about myself in terms of the kind of clients that I work with, these are people who are kind of like, I call them creative renegades, people who might think about doing things differently or have kind of a unique idea or something, that's kind of out of the norm or out of the ordinary. And I want to push those people. If you have that unique idea, that creative idea, don't sit on it. Don't wait. Don't wait for a cosign from somebody else. If you're looking for a sign, this is it. Do it, launch it, explore it, look into it, figure it out, see how it's going to be viable, all of that. Just put it out there into the world, because when we're given gifts with knowledge and ideas and creativity, and we don't do anything with them, I fully believe that those creative gifts will be channeled through someone else. So just do it. Just get, like Nike says, just do it. Get out there and bring that vision to fruition. You can either this time next year be a year older, or you can be this time next year a year older and have put that vision into the world.
Absolutely. And I love what you said. I think that should be a t-shirt for you. If you're looking for a sign, this is it. This is all the sign you need. Two girls, me and my business attorney in our sweatshirts on a black girl boss check. This is your sign. This is it. This is the year to fire it off. I love another t-shirt for you. You know how my mind starts to work. I was like, I should make her a line of "Don't Get Sued" shirts, partnered with Champagne and Melanin. That's all it is. You went "Don't Get Sued" everywhere. And then when people ask me, well, why not? I'm an attorney. I'm a business creative attorney. Don't get sued. I could totally see you wearing that. But
don't get sued, girl.
Listen, don't sit on these ideas, because I know what makes you sick to your stomach is to have an amazing idea, a brilliant thought, a creative concept, and 2 to 3 weeks later, 2 to 3 months later, you see someone else doing your same exact thing. It might not be exactly as you wanted it, but it's right adjacent in that ballpark. If only you hadn't gone down to the Alameda for the all-day booze it up brunch. If only you had stayed your ass out of Chapman and Kirby and did some work. If only you had sat down and cut off The Bachelor and sat down for 5 hours. I'm going to pour into my business. So y'all better listen to the mom.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Listen, if you needed a sign to start your business right now on January 27th, this is it. We don't care about Q1 and Q2. We don't go by those rules. We go by, I got another 24 hours to make this happen. When my eyes opened this morning, that's the sign that I needed. Boom.
Exactly. Boom.
There it is. So awesome. So thank you so much, guys. Davon, you have been absolutely awesome. I keep asking you to do a close because you close so well. I'm just like, say something else. So just one more thing just to close it out, and then I'm going to run through how people can get in touch with you. You're going to stay on here, so don't worry.
Okay. So if there's anything that you take away, if you don't take anything else away from what we talked about today, is trust your crazy idea, but then protect it. That's it. Trust the crazy idea that you've come up. Trust your genius. Trust your multi-potentialite-ness. And I just made that word up. But, whatever that crazy idea is, trust it. You got it for a reason. Then protect it. Then let's leverage it.
Absolutely. I completely agree with that. Trust it. Create it. Leverage it. Those are your goals. Trust, create, leverage.
Yes.
But whatever you do, don't let it die. Don't sit on top of it. I'm gonna get to it eventually. I gotta go to the brunch. No, you don't. You need to get to work because time is short. Y'all better come on. Stop playing with these eyes opening every morning and you doing the same thing you did yesterday. Better stop playing. Thank you, Davon. Okay, tell the people where to find you, social media. Give us the rundown.
On Instagram and on Clubhouse, I am at Davon DE Hatchett. So exactly right there on the banner. I'm there on both IG and Clubhouse. I am actually getting ready to start doing some Clubhouse rooms. I've been kind of, speaking in rooms, but I'm getting ready to start some of my own rooms of stuff that I want to talk about. And
which club are you under?
I want to start my own room.
Have you applied?
No, I'm going to. I'm going to try
my
own club, but
I've already hosted like a bunch of clubs. Are you in any clubs like Women in Business, the Hustler Club or whatnot?
Yes.
Schedule it under there first. Get your feet wet and apply for your club at the same time, because I also applied for the Champagne and Melanin Club, but I'm building so much traction with Women in Business and the Hustler Club because there's like 300,000 members. Like, it's crazy. So start hosting your clubs and have them
under them. Got it. That's a good tip.
It's been building, and then when you open your own channel, all those same people are going to come over. But I'm hosting under the Hustler Club and the Women in Business Club, and girl, it has been the game changer. So
we're going to have to talk offline about that.
Yeah, I got you. In fact, I'm doing another pop-up product, how to start your Clubhouse journey. So
love it.
Another $29 product coming you guys' way. The pop-up products are coming. I guarantee you, if I haven't done it, I won't try to sell it to you. I promise. So yeah. So follow Davon Guys Clubhouse and Instagram at Davon DE Hatchet. Also, is this the email they can reach you at?
Yes, that's perfect. Thank you for that. Yes, that is perfect. You can send me an email there. On Instagram, I have a link in my bio where you can click to set up a discovery call. If anybody sets up a discovery call this week, I would be happy to do that for free.
So what happens when you tune into a Black Girl Boss Chat? You get free shit from people. And let me tell you something. As you guys know, everyone in my circle, it is not cheap, but it is the best you will ever have. So if she's offering you a free consultation, and when I regurgitate this back on YouTube, and when I chop this up in Instagram, make sure you hit her on her DM or email her and be like, hey, I watched the Black Girl Boss Chat. I would like to take advantage of my free consult.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm going to run that free consult for.
Yes, until Friday. If you book something between, or DM me between now and Friday, it will be a free 15-minute discovery call where we can kind of get your feet wet in terms of what it means for you, your particular business, your business in particular, with trademarking and branding.
Perfect. So it's the 48-hour sale, guys. You got 48 hours for your free consultation with Davon D.E. Robinson Hatchet Robinson S. My business creative attorney, the creative counselor at law, the best you will ever have, you will ever find. I'm telling you, she's the bomb. She got me together. I mean, she knows. And in fact, you know what? Y'all hold on one damn second. I can't believe, that's one thing about Champagne Melon. Y'all know I'll be leaping to the left to find things. Hold on one second. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? No, that's my DBA. That's my DBA. Where is my boom? Guys, I have something to show you, and I cannot believe I didn't have this piece of product, but this is a good way to get to the end. Splash. There it is. And the reason I have it in a folder is because I have it laminated in a folder. I still haven't framed it yet. But this, guys, is a real life trademark. And guess who did it? The girl that you're talking to my right. Boom. I'm going to show you guys. There it is. Champagne and Melanin. See that seal?
It's official.
Official. And guess who did this for me? Davon D.E. Robinson Hatchet, the creative counsel at law. So you too can get one of these, put it in your plastic laminate, and finally, and you know what? This was the motivation I needed. Now I'm getting this frame. When I get back from Miami, it's framing time. This is what your trademark looks like, guys. So you need one of these in your life. This makes you official. So bam. So Davon, that's it. I've had you close 10 different times. I guess you're so used to doing that. Like I'm closing again. Look,
it's all good. We're good.
Listen, shoot her an email. Follow her on Instagram. As you know, this is dropping on YouTube and Facebook group, and it's dropping everywhere. All her contact information will be there. If you have questions, anything that you need, make sure you follow her. If there's anything we didn't cover, DM me, and I will be more than happy to pass it on. Davon, I'm going to move you down to the green room, so please stay in the chat. I'm going to close it out, but thank you so much for your time as always.
Guys,
thank you. Davon D.E. Robinson Hatchet.
Do my pageant wave.
Yes, pageant wave. Hold on, we got to cheers to 2021.
Cheers to that.
Go forward. Yes. Cheers. Yes, cheers to getting it done, guys. And like she said, if you need a sign to get started, this is it. So thank you, Davon.
Thank you.
Move you to the green room. Bam. Put you right there. Okay, so that was episode 6 of Black Girl Boss Chat. What did you guys think about that? Girl, get your trademark right and your copyright and your registration and get your business set up. As Davon said, a major gem. If you needed a sign to get started on something, don't sit on it. Don't marinate over it. Create it, idea it, launch it, get it together. The goal of an entrepreneur is we launch it and we build it on the way down. We can fix it on the way down, but if there's nothing to fix because you haven't started, there will never be on the way down. I know that was kind of all over the place, but you understand what I'm trying to say. So anyway, that was a Black Girl Boss Chat. I'm so excited for my Black History Month lineup. Davon just kicked it off the right way with an amazing trademark. The next one we have coming up, and you guys are going to love this, Black History Month kickoff on Wednesday, number 2. We have the very first, a Black Man Boss Chat with the $1 million investor, Mr. Chris Senegal, Mr. I am buying the block, I am buying Fifth Ward, Mr. I am Fifth Ward itself. I'm so excited to kick off my Black Man Boss Chat with one of the best in the business. We're going to talk about the mind of $1 million real estate investor, commercial property, potential properties, personal properties, and how he got started in the business and where he's going. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be amazing. He'll be the second one in my series. You've already seen our girl, Davon, D.E. Robinson. Get it together. And now we're going to have the Mind of the Real Estate Millionaire. So I'm super excited. So get ready for next week. The background is going to look completely different. I'm feng shui and moving some things around. I'm going to be one of those girls with my background because I have been shamed with an inch of my life. So no more wall. We're about to take it over here to the bookcase, which is very gorgeous and fabulous. So I'm going to have to look at the studio a little bit. But either way, you know I'm going to be here for you guys. So don't forget, follow me on Clubhouse at Julie O. Griffin. Always follow us on Champagne and Melanin. Of course, book me for a consultation. All of my information are in my links in my link tree. So if you go to Instagram, Champagne and Melanin, if you go to Instagram, Julie O. Griffith, you'll find everything that you need in there. Click, follow, give me a like, give me a shout out. If you love this video, follow us on YouTube also. It's going to live on YouTube permanently and it will live in the private Facebook group. So make sure you invite your girlfriends in there also. So this has been episode 6 of A Black Girl Boss Chat with your girl, Julie O. Griffith, owner of J. Griffith Public Relations and founder of Champagne and Melanin, where we create, collaborate, and celebrate the lifestyle of Black women entrepreneurs. We'll see you in episode 7 with Chris Senegal, the Mind of a Millionaire Investor, number 2 in our Black History Month series. And we'll see you next week. Until then, stay safe, stay busy, and get those coins. Bye, ladies.